He is the acting administrator of the Small Business Administration. He has served the agency over the past 30 years in a variety of senior executive positions. The SBA was created in 1953 as an independent agency of the federal government to aid, counsel, assist, and protect the interests of small business concerns. Welcome.
Take the opportunity to testify today in connection with the committee's hearing on waste, fraud, and abuse in government programs. As a federal agency with an $88 billion loan portfolio, the principles of stewardship, transparency, and accountability are essential to the integrity of the programs and the operations of the Small Business Administration. With the recent passage of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, as well as the fiscal year 2009 Omnibus Appropriations Act, federal agencies will be held accountable not only for developing effective and efficient strategies for implementing the new statutory provisions, but also for the prudent stewardship of taxpayer dollars used for funding the programs authorized under these acts. The SBA takes its ongoing responsibility to guard against and to prevent waste, fraud, and abuse in its programs very seriously. Ensuring that proper controls are in place is crucial to the agency's ability to implement and administer its programs in an environment that inhibits fraud, waste, and abuse. Madam Chairwoman, our management team recognizes that there is always a need for improvement in the way we conduct our business and the way we intend to address properly the recommendations contained in the GAO report released today. I am pleased to tell the committee that our commitment to better serving small businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs via our Hub Zone program remains strong. We are continuing our thorough review and testing and evaluation of all aspects of the program. Where applicable, we have established a new internal operating procedures. These revised controls, as well as the establishment of new ones, I believe, provide that level of accountability and transparency that Americans expect of their government, and which all of us here at SBA are committed to achieving. All of us at SBA recognize the important oversight role provided by the Office of the Inspector General and the General Accountability Office in identifying waste, fraud, and abuse in government programs. I want to assure you and the members of the committee that we are working diligently to implement recommendations contained in the GAO and IG reports that have identified waste, fraud, and abuse in SBA programs. Let me briefly provide you with a summary of important actions taken to date. With respect to SBA's Hub Zone program, the GAO issued a report in June entitled Additional Actions Are Needed to Certify and Monitor Hub Zone Businesses and Assess Program Results. The report identified potential waste, fraud, and abuse by identifying firms participating in the Hub Zone program that may not have met program eligibility requirements. Over the last 8 months since the report was issued, SBA has developed new procedures for evaluating all applications, recertifications, and program examinations. SBA is collecting and supporting documentation from all firms that seek Hub Zone certification or wish to maintain their Hub Zone status. While these procedures have impacted our processing times, we believe they are helping to reduce incorrectly certified firms. For example, from July 2008 to March 2009, only 22% of the applications submitted were certified, while 77% were withdrawn or declined. During the same period a year ago, 66% of the applications submitted were certified, while 33% were withdrawn or declined. SBA is also in the process of reviewing its current program regulations to determine whether changes can be made to further strengthen certification procedures to help mitigate waste, fraud, and abuse, as well as reducing accidental mistakes. In addition, if the Hub Zone Program Office believes it has sufficient evidence that any firm willfully attempted to misrepresent its Hub Zone status, the program will forward those firms to the SBA suspension and debarment official and to the IG as appropriate. Regarding the issue of keeping the Hub Zone maps current, SBA has developed a specific timetable and procedure to ensure that Hub Zone maps remain current. The SBA's Hub Zone maps were last updated on September 13th. The SBA intends to update the maps again by April as a result of new data it has received. On July 17, SBA testified that it was beginning the process of reviewing possible suspension and debarment of 10 firms originally identified by the GAO report titled SBA's Control Weaknesses Expose the Government to Fraud and Abuse. GAO originally referred the 10 firms to SBA's IG. In September, SBA's IG forwarded the files to the Hub Zone Program Office so that it could begin its examination process. Investigation of these 10 firms revealed that at least 3 of the firms that GAO believed to be ineligible for the program were in fact eligible. Of the remaining 7 firms, only 3 are still in the program and are currently undergoing program examinations for possible decertification. All firms noted by the GAO have been investigated and examined by the SBA or are currently being investigated and examined. Keeping in mind that there are due process considerations for firms under examination. The firms that have been referred to SBA suspension and debarment officials are also being investigated by that office. Upon receipt of the GAO's files of its most recent investigation, SBA will take appropriate enforcement action on the firms we find to violate HUBZone program requirements. These enforcement actions will include, where applicable, removal, decertification from the program, and coordination with SBA's Inspector General and the SBA's suspension and debarment official. Chairwoman Velasquez and other distinguished members of this committee, thank you again for your opportunity to testify today in connection with the committee's hearing on waste, fraud, and abuse in government programs. I am happy to answer any questions you may have.